Hi, this is Paul. I'm coming back with this quick. I guess it's a VR. I'm not in my normal shooting location, but what I wanted to do over this past week, several individuals made videos, and I had put some comments in because it brought up some bad memories for myself and probably my Met Brethren, Jew Pro 03, this guy, TTM Mike, of you know and I just don't want anybody to take it personal. But whenever I see something that brings up, I've been a lifelong Met fan. Everybody knows that, and anytime that a return brings up a bad Met memory, I'm going to comment about it. Okay, so there's been videos where I've seen cards of Tom Seaver in a Cincinnati Reds uniform. It just does not sit right with Met fans that grew up watching Tom Seaver and witnessing that midnight massacre of June 15th, 1977, when he was traded to Cincinnati. And somebody had a return of Dan Norman. Dan Norman was one of the four players that came back to the Mets in that trade for Tom Seaver. It was Pat Zachary, rest in peace, Steve Henderson, Doug Flynn, and Dan Norman. Okay. Then there was another video, I believe Mike Cardinal Kane put it out. He had a Mike Vail return. Mike Vail was originally a St. Louis Cardinal organization, was traded to the Mets, and in 1975 had a 23 game hitting streak as a rookie. Now, the Mets needed to open up a spot for him in right field, so that following offseason they trade Rusty Staub, who had just become the first Met to knock in over 100 runs, 105 runs, but the Mets traded him, and one of the reasons why was obviously to open up right field for Mike Vail. But if Rusty Staub had one more year with the Mets, he would have been a 10-5 player, which gives you full no trade protection. So what Mike Vail does in that offseason, he goes and plays a pickup basketball game a la Aaron Boone after the 2003 season, breaks his ankle. And in the meantime, the Mets traded Rusty Staub for Mickey Lolich, who at the time had seen his better days. And the kicker was Mickey Lolich didn't want to come to the Mets. He put in his no trade protection, and the Mets couldn't deal with it, so they sent some officials to a post office in Michigan to beg Mickey Lolich to waive his no trade clause, and Mickey Lolich did that. Okay, very upsetting to Met fans. Okay, and then I believe there was a Math Bowler just had a return that brought up some bad Met memories because he had a return from a player on a 1969 team, Bobby File. Bobby File was not on the Mets postseason roster. Hopefully he got a full share. But another individual that was a September call-up was Amos Otis. Of course, Amos Otis, that following offseason, the Mets needed to replace Ed Charles. So they trade Amos Otis to the Kansas City Royals for Joe Foy. And that was another disaster. So I can go on and on and on. But the point is, I'm making this VR video just to tell those individuals with the returns not to take it personally. When I see a return that triggers a bad memory for me as a Met fan, I'm going to comment about it. So it is not anything directly personal to you guys, and I will continue to support your channels. You have great, great channels. that's it. So, and I'm sure my Met brethren will agree with me. So I just felt I needed to do this video real fast and let you guys know I am not personally upset with you guys. You put out great content, and you got to do what you got to do. But being a Met fan is an experience, okay? And the Mets have upset their fans since 1962. So, but that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to everybody later.